What is Botox resistance? Botox resistance is when a patient's body builds up an immunity against the botulinum toxin, or it metabolizes the solution, preventing any type of long-term results becomes less effective. The reason so many people are seeing Botox resistance is because I had a client come in today and she was so upset because she has been having Botox every 3 months since she was 25. And now at 40, the Botox is no longer working. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm not that willing to inject a toxin into me. Are you? So the only advice I could give her is to welcome to the Holistic Skin Guru, where what's on the surface is just as important as what's underneath. I'm your host, Aamena. Let's dive deep into the world of holistic skincare. So I had a client come in today and she was so upset because she has been having Botox every 3 months since she was 25. And now at 40, the Botox is no longer working. Botox resistance is a thing and not to be ignored. So I thought, okay, well, obviously I know this, but 2 things stood out for me. Why doesn't the client know? And why were they never told this? So I went online and I Googled, what is Botox resistance? Botox resistance is when a patient's body builds up an immunity against the botulinum toxin, or it metabolizes the solution, preventing any type of long-term results becomes less effective. Okay, now I have a couple of problems with this. Firstly, it's suggesting that this is rare. And I know for a fact in my little clinic in New Farm, Brisbane, I'm seeing more and more people turning up to me saying, I need help. Botox is not helping anymore and I don't know what to do. And the second issue I have with this is that Google is not telling the whole story. Botox is a botulinum, which means it is a toxin that is injected into the facial muscle to freeze the muscle to then prevent the expression line in that area to form a crease or wrinkle. The problem with this is that it lasts about 3 to 6 months and patients are being encouraged to re-inject after 3 months. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm not that willing to inject a toxin into me. Are you? The other thing I'm not getting with this whole thing is why nobody or very few people are openly talking about it. So the only advice I could give her is to get a thorough skin evaluation so that we could determine what is going on with her overall health and how that is impacting on her skin. Then we could look at her skincare routine, fix any gaps that may be there, and put her on the correct pathway to achieving the results that she is after. You see, she may have had the motivation, but in order to get her the best results, I will need to determine her level of commitment to achieve her goal. Once we establish her level of commitment and budget, of course, then we can work out a skin plan over a series of months as the skin needs time to change. Nothing can happen in one treatment alone, and this is how we can get results for this client. So the reason so many people are seeing Botox resistance is because they've just been injected too many times. From the age of 25 to the age of 40, that's a number of years to be injecting the same solution into the muscles every 3 months. The muscle will eventually just say, nope, I've had enough. Stop. And this is when the body is telling you that this substance is no longer ready to accept this substance, and now you need to look for something else. The main thing that this client needs to be concerned about is the quality of her skin. What this Botox has done over time to the volume in her skin and also to the laxity in her skin. She needs to now look at building her collagen production in the skin and making the skin thicker and stronger, because she's actually affected the skin in such a way that it's reduced the strength of the skin. So the best way to look at that is to look at her health, her overall health, build her skin cells from within by taking supplements, and also making sure that any topical products that she's using are going to build the strength of her skin, like a vitamin A, a vitamin C, and also making sure that any antioxidants or actives that's going into her skin is actually working with her skin. She may even need to look at her gut health, because usually by the age of 40, our gut health and our hormones impact on our skin. So that's probably happening in the background, as well as the fact that the Botox is no longer working. So I would recommend a series of treatments that focus on collagen production and really start to ramp that up. I would go straight in with a HIFU, followed by the next treatment as an SQT resurfacing treatment that's also going to build collagen and elastin in the skin. It's going to improve the quality of the skin and just make the skin a lot thicker. And then we would just nurture the skin with her home care, and she can come in for regular sessions of facials so we can really monitor how the skin is faring as it starts to strengthen over time. So has this ever happened to you? Have you started to see a resistance to Botox injections that you've been having regularly? Has your injector ever talked to you about Botox resistance? Did you know this was a thing? Comment below. I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. And if you have a question, feel free. I'm happy to answer. Thank you for joining me on Holistic Skin Guru. If this episode has helped you get one step closer to achieving your skin goals, I'd love your support with a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And don't forget to subscribe on your favorite platform too. If you've got any questions about your skin, I'd love to hear from you. Connect with me at Holistic Skin Guru on all platforms. Don't forget, as a listener, you can get 10% off all treatments at our Skin Fit New Farm Clinic in Brisbane. Simply pop the word podcast in your booking online or mention it on the phone when you book.